If Jesus died, why did we call Good Friday good? Because it really is good news. I'll tell you why, right here, right now. So it does seem actually strange calling it Good Friday when somebody died. But this isn't just somebody, this isn't just a person off the street. This is God himself coming down, willingly going to the cross to restore our relationship with him, to take all the bad things that we've done upon himself so that we can be with him in the future, just by believing that that is true. That's why it is good. But what Jesus went through, and all that he went through, definitely was not good for himself. He endured absolute agony. Especially there's one point on the cross when it's called the cry of dereliction, where he calls, my God, why have you forsaken me? There's something that happens in the relationship of the Holy Trinity, that's God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, that has to be, whatever it is, goes beyond what I know, to help us to be restored back into relationship with God. But Jesus endured before that as well, in his trials, being whipped, having to carry his cross, being whipped and beaten and spat at. There's many more things that he endured, and even people try and humiliate him. But Paul writes of this in Romans 5:8. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. It was all about God's love for us. And Peter writes in a letter, and Peter was one of those who abandoned Jesus and wasn't even there at the cross. He writes to the church, for Christ died for sins once and for all, the righteous for the unrighteous, to bring you to God. He was put to death in the body, but made alive by the Spirit. This was all about restoring our relationship with God. Through love, because God so loves us. That's why Good Friday is good news. And we remember this in the church as we travel through Holy Week or Passion Week, whatever people might call it. Some churches will have special services, or churches usually coming together, different denominations in towns or cities coming together to go out to show witness by doing a walk of witness through their local high street or through the town, and different places, carrying a cross, kind of in a somber, reflective mood usually, remembering the walk that Jesus took to Golgotha, where he was crucified, spat upon, hurled insults, and had to go through that cry of dereliction. It's kind of a very, even though it's a joyous day, it's a very, very somber day as we remember what Jesus exactly did for us to bring us back into relationship with him. Some churches have what they call the last hour service, and we have that here, and in the service the church is stripped, so you can kind of see there's purple up there, and the gold, all that will be covered and stripped, and the church will be laid bare as Jesus died and would have been in the tomb. So the next day, on Holy Saturday, this church will be completely bare, until Easter Sunday, when it will come back to life. Different traditions will do different things, but why is it called Good Friday? It's called Good Friday because relationships were restored, that Jesus went through all that he had to go through to endure that. That's why it's good, because now we can be one with God.